Hey guys, welcome back to Your Champion Life YouTube channel. I actually got a pretty good question. The question was, Ron, can I just do away with shoulder presses altogether and use lateral raises and front raises for my shoulders? And I want to answer that question by just going through a few things and just talking you through that particular mindset. Personally, I don't like to do a lot of shoulder presses, but I understand why shoulder presses are important. One thing I never ever do is shoulder presses to the side. Never. And if those of you that have been around for a while and you've seen this piece of equipment, I had this actually added on to perfectly fit my body so I could do shoulder presses to the front. This is a safe movement. When you're pushing out to the side, your arm or your shoulder joint is a ball in the socket. It's made much like a Barbie doll. If you pull that shoulder all the way up on a Barbie doll, it pops it out of the socket. Yours actually does the same thing. When you push over your head with dumbbells, straight over your head, if you take your arm, put it up like this and then pull it back, you'll feel it's uncomfortable. Imagine having 200 pounds or more on your shoulder as you're pulling it back. The difference between you and a Barbie doll is you have ligaments, tendons, muscle, and you have that joint holding it together. But every time you pull it out to the side like this, you're bringing it out of joint. Just try that. Pull your arm up just like that and try to force it higher. It actually pulls it out of socket. So pushing straight overhead, and once you get it up, letting it rest, that is a very, very unstable movement. So when you're pushing to the front, it's just like a Barbie doll. Again, you can rotate that arm all the way around and it won't come out of socket. But with your arm, if you push straight up like this, you're okay. You're in a good position. So can you do away with the shoulder presses was the question. Absolutely. If you have shoulder pain, I would recommend you get rid of the shoulder presses immediately. If you don't have any shoulder pain, you can continue to do shoulder presses, but do them to the front, guys. It's almost, it's a little bit higher than an incline press for the chest. You're moving, the higher you go, you move into the chest. So here, and as you can see, that's quite a bit of weight for the shoulders. And the thing that I want you to know here is that if your objective is to build more muscle, this is an important exercise. To be honest with you, it's definitely an important exercise. If you want to rip and shape that muscle, then it's the movement that you're going through that's going to actually help you do that. This is actually a compound movement. And your compound movements are where you're able to handle the maximum amount of weight that your body can handle. So this would be a compound movement. Again, I can't do lateral raises with this weight. So this is not going to be the best movement to get the maximum amount of growth. But lateral raises, a beautiful, beautiful exercise. If you have the size that you want, then you're concentrating on the shape. By all means, use the lateral raises, use the front raises. But if you want the growth, use the presses. Let's go over to the lateral raises and take a look at this movement. Okay, guys, let's look at the lateral raises now. I've put the maximum amount of weight and I've actually added some weight plates, but still this is not near the weight I was able to use with the front presses with the shoulders. But as I'm going through this motion, I want to just tell you a few things that would be really important in using this exercise. So as I'm going up, notice I'm not lifting my shoulders and lifting with the traps, but I'm forcing my elbow down and away from the body. and forcing, and I'm actually allowing the elbow to push against the pad rather than my wrist and partial elbow in the forearm. But I'm forcing my elbow to push, pulling with the deltoid. I'm not just trying to get the weight up, but I'm focusing on this shoulder during the work. With the shoulder press, I'm building a big muscle, just a big glomp, just as big a muscle as I possibly can build. And so I'm going to use the maximum amount of weight I can use for the 8 to 12 reps. But when I'm doing the lateral raises, I'm concentrating on shaping the muscle and building striation in the muscle, bringing that muscle out and building a shape to it, not just a big, bulky muscle. So as I'm doing this, this muscle group is made in an arc. So in order to shape the muscle, I stay within that arc. If I'm working my chest, the arc is like this. Not a square movement, but the arc. And if I'm building my shoulders, the arc is like this. If I'm building my bicep, the arc is like this, right? Okay, so here we go. Shoulders down and elbows away from the body. Pushing with the elbow, not a real tight grip on the hands because I'm not pulling, but I'm actually forcing that shoulder to do the work. Will this help to build muscle also? Absolutely. If you can increase the weight, then that muscle is going to tear or micro tear and repair according to the pressure or the stress that was applied. So it's going to build also. But nothing like the heavy poundage that you can get with doing shoulder presses to the front. So, can you stop doing shoulder presses? Yes. But is that really what you want to do? Like I said, if you have an injury, stop. If you don't have an injury, continue to do them to the front, protect that shoulder joint. If you start feeling pain, move away from it. Your body is telling you something. It has nothing to do with no pain, no gain. You're not tough because you're not working through the pain. No, you're smart and you're not injuring yourself. Let's go to the front raises. Okay, guys, we're going to do the front raises. I want you to watch close. At this movement, I'm starting from behind. So as soon as this movement starts, the pressure is on the deltoids immediately. So right there, the anterior deltoids are engaged. So here we go. I'm going up, but this is only about 70 to 80 pounds of pressure, not close to what I'm able to do on the laterals. Definitely doesn't even touch what I'm capable of doing on the front presses. But this is a great exercise to isolate that anterior deltoid. I hope you like this video, guys. The question was, can I do away with the front presses and just do laterals and front raises? The answer was, yes, you can do that. But do you want to do that? That's the real question. So I hope I answered that question, not just for you, but for all the other viewers that are watching. God bless you guys. I love you. Until next time, Ron Williams, out.